The president raised a good question over the weekend with respect to Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who now has a net worth within the millions. And one must ask themselves why and how is that possible? Is she connected to the fraud rings that we have seen taking place within her state and her own district? It's a question the American people are raising, and the president believes it's one worth answering.
It's certainly, for the president, a question worth asking because it's utterly nonsensical. It plays into the conspiracism and identity politics of Republicans. They get easily triggered whenever a Somali person is talked about, and in particular Ilhan Omar. And despite the fact that we already know exactly why her net worth is what it is, let's pretend that we don't so we can have a little bit of culture war fun with it. And so that's what Carolyn Levitt is doing there. How is it that she could be worth millions? Is it the Somali fraud? No, we already knew a week before you did that little press conference. Her husband has partial stake in a couple of businesses. That is, as far as I know, still legal in America. It's not cash that she has. She doesn't own the businesses. He doesn't even entirely own the businesses. He has a partial stake in, I think, 2 businesses. All of that was already reported when she pretended to be totally unaware of all of that. And I always love that balance that they strike, where they're super fired up to ask the questions, but utterly blasé about actually finding out any of the information that would lead one to not have to ask the questions in the first place. And so let's not stop them from having fun with their conspiracy. Trump had announced that he wants her investigated, saying, additionally, the DOJ and Congress are looking at Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, it's in quotation marks for some reason, even though she's a congresswoman, that's just what she is, who left Somalia with nothing and is now reportedly worth more than $44 million. Time will tell all. What I love is that even in the midst of this baseless conspiracy theory, it's not good enough for him. He has to lie over and above the conspiracy theory. First of all, she left Somalia with nothing. She was a kid. Didn't have a lot of investments as a child, as few children do. Also, she is not reportedly worth more than $44 million. The total range of possible incomes caps out at like $35 million, and it ain't her. Again, it's her husband, which he knew when he posted this. But again, they just want to have some fun. Well, she gets to have some fun too. She responded saying, sorry, Trump, your support is collapsing and you're panicking. Right on cue, you're deflecting from your failures with lies and conspiracy theories about me. Years of investigations have found nothing. Get your goons out of Minnesota. And again, they are investigating her. Congress is looking into it. By the way, and as I've already alluded to, Omar's net worth principally increased due to her spouse and not her work with the government or Somali fraud. Her spouse has stakes worth collectively between $6 and $30 million in a venture capital firm and a winery, which are literally both businesses that the Trumps themselves have ownership in. So you'd think they wouldn't be shocked by that. And even then, that's her and her husband. Oh my God, so suspect, she's so rich. Never mind the actual richest people in Congress, like these. James Justice, $664 million. Jefferson Shreve, $600 million. Rick Scott, now he's got over $500 million. A lot of that obviously came through Medicare fraud, very fun for him. Darrell Issa, Nancy Pelosi, who couldn't get it done to stop individual stock ownership. But anyway, Elliot, it's just like there's something about Ilhan Omar, her identity, the fact that she's unabashed and how she responds to them. I don't know what it is, but they just cannot forget about her. They can't move on. What do you think?
I mean, I got a couple guesses about what it could be when it comes to Ilhan Omar. I mean, also she came up evidently to this country with nothing and seems to be doing really well. I feel like that would be a great example of what used to be called the American dream, but for some reason they seem to be shaming her about it. Also, as you were saying, it was completely transparent. Marjorie Taylor Greene started in doing her public service with the worth of I think $750,000, and then she left with over 20 million. And she also happened to invest in Palantir days before they got a $30 million ICE contract. So I don't know why they're not looking more into that, but they're only looking into Ilhan Omar. It's almost like there might be some sort of racism going on. I don't know. Just
might be. I personally think Marjorie Greene was involved in the Somali fraud in Minneapolis. That's my theory. And I will keep saying that until I'm proven otherwise. And probably I'll still say it even after that. Yeah, also, by the way, Donald Trump made $1.4 billion in this last year. And utterly fraudulent, utter corruption and bribery. Don't pay attention to that. There's a black woman And she's really sassy too. So maybe focus on that before you come for one of the richest people in the world. Also, Elon Musk came to America with nothing and now he's the richest man in the world. Very suspicious, probably fraud. So anyway, when you spend as much time as the Republicans do with demonizing someone like Ilhan Omar, some people take it seriously, some regular people out there. And in a country of 300+ million people, there's some crazies, and some of those crazies are violent crazies. And so we move now to this, which perhaps is not that surprising with all of this. Lee Osborne is apparently a legally blind outlaw biker in Kansas who, perhaps more importantly, is now facing federal charges after threatening Representative Ilhan Omar's life on social media. He apparently told police that he hated the progressive Democrat from Minnesota, quote, due to her disrespect for the United States and using God's name in vain. I'm going to kill Ilhan Omar, he posted January 23rd on Facebook. Now that's vague. That could mean anything, obviously. So let's not jump to conclusions here. But anyway, under questioning the next day by investigators, and love that they actually got to him within a day, he referred to Omar using a variety of vile slurs, although I'm sure he did not take the Lord's name in vain, and stated that someone needs to do something to him. Adam also referred to the newly elected mayor of New York, Mayor Mamdani, and stated that someone needed to take his sorry ass out too, and they need to. I don't know why he hates both of them. It's probably random or something. It's probably just purely political. It's not identity politics. It's been weaponized by the right to radicalize their base against these people and not realize the elite corruption that's going on literally every day at levels we've never seen before. In another post, he warned Ilhan Omar, "You're dead." An examination of his Facebook page shows. He also shared these like tributes, odes to President Trump, railed against immigrants, writing, "If illegals can come here unimpeded, I can kill them unimpeded." And that's not how logic works, actually, nor the law. And he asked, "How the F do I end up a minority in my own country? This crap comes to an end now." This guy really wanted to be hauled in by the feds. That's a lot of stuff that you posted that you're not supposed to post. And then they come and they talk to you, which is probably generally a formality. You know, people post stuff. So they go, Elliot, and they talk to him and he's like, "No, I think she needs to die." I think this guy wants to go to jail. I don't know if it's like the free housing or if he wants to meet guys his age. I don't know. Male loneliness epidemic is a serious thing. Don't joke about it. But this guy needs to be locked up for his own safety and others. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, this is definitely a hard one not to laugh at, despite the gravity of the situation and despite the fact that it does show that when your constituents are, I don't know, critical thinking impaired a little bit, maybe that it works really well for getting you reelected. But sometimes, like you're saying, the crazy people might actually take it seriously and then take actions into their own hand. But the whole description of this story reminds me of like one of those old comedies from like Seth Rogen in the 2000s. Like, you know, you're following a legally blind outlaw biker who is, you know, setting out to kill a politician and antics ensue, except that would be a fictional film and this is real life. And that's what makes it actually kind of sad and dangerous. And you're right, there is a male loneliness epidemic going on. And I hope that people who are suffering from the male loneliness epidemic don't decide to, you know, call the feds to their house.
Yeah. Well, and Felicity is a great reminder of like, obviously these sorts of threats happen a lot. This is America. We suck. Social media makes us worse. Fox News and right-wing media make us worse. But Felicity points out after the shooting of Melissa and John in Minnesota, this is scary. Yeah, also Maxwell Frost was physically assaulted over the weekend. Like, it's just becoming more common that, again, it doesn't mean that every person that says it is gonna try to do it, but more people are doing it than typically used to. And so they should take this very seriously. This guy is a major threat. And also, nothing's gonna be done in terms of the what. It's not that they just criticize Omar. They lie about her. They tell conspiracy theories about her. They're intentionally, explicitly, and racially and Islamophobically radicalizing people against her. Not just her, sometimes there's a little bit of like Rashida Tlaib or something like that, but no one more than her. And what do you know? The threats. And it doesn't even just work against Republicans. Remember, Marjorie Greene said Trump was responsible for the death threats against her and her family. The right knows what they're doing when they do this.